So I heard about this thing called an ESB challenge.
Yeah, it's where a bunch of homebrewers on YouTube got together and they all brewed the same beer using different yeasts.
So are they videotaping it while they're tasting them?
I'm pretty sure they are. Why don't we check it out and see? Okay. Welcome back, folks. Here we are. We have got Arrogantbasterd. He is sporting the Yeast 1728 Scottish Ale. So we're interested to see what this one turns out to. Pretty cool label. I mean, it's like a cartoon character. What is that cartoon character? Which dude has a glass of a mug of beer, I guess. Whatever. Anyways. The label so far, the winning label is still Dayton Brewing Bitter Bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Very catchy.
She's giving me the death eye.
Mary on stink eye.
Yeah, I know, right? Alrighty, here we go. Ooh, real low on carbonation.
Yep, big on collar. It's not as dark as it looks looking down on it.
Clear.
Still nice, yeah, very clear. No action inside the glass. I didn't see bubbles rising like we have on some of these today.
I'm taking that one the whole way down.
There you go.
I got a little bit out of it. Now I have the bottom of the glass, but it's a little cloudy. Mine's not quite as clean as what your guys's are, but not too bad.
This one's got a nose.
Oh yeah? Good, fantastic.
Yeah. Very similar to the last one.
I get a little bit of yeast. Yeah.
Yep.
Almost that breadiness.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Heads pretty much not to speak of. Low carbonation. I think it's pretty much on the same standard as what they've been. Down the neck.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow. I
Yeah.
was not expecting that.
A little more bitter, and that Scottish thing. We gotta address the Scottish thing. Now this says Yeast 1728 Scottish Ale, and the term Scottish Ale came up in our last review. And this big malt, you know, he might be right just calling this a Scottish Ale at this point. You
Pretty
know,
much, yeah.
there is a bitter to it, but not as much as there is that yeasty mid-range, that big red amber flavor. You know, and both of these have been that way. And it's an interesting twist I don't remember from the first day. You know, it's
Exactly.
like,
Right.
it was like the first day of testing, everything seemed clean, and we had a little more of that yellow to orange color in it. Now these first two today, right out of the box, we are going with a more of an amber.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're not nearly as dark as what they were originally.
Hokie's had more biscuit to it than this one does,
Biscuit.
There it is.
but
That's it exactly. That's it. Yep.
and this one doesn't have a real pronounced front note.
Definitely has a nose, but that biscuit nose is there. Definitely had
But
that
your
biscuit
flavor,
nose.
there's almost a lull, and then a flake, and then
Yeah.
you get that malty in the middle, and then there's some bitter. Again, kind of along the lines of a Scottish ale, but it's not heavy up front.
No,
Very
no.
light up front.
You don't hit it until the middle. I mean, the
Yeah.
front, you get it in your mouth, whoosh around a little bit,
and then
take it down, and then the flavors start coming in. That biscuit, exactly.
clear.
The bitter comes off more in the end. I think the bitter is more, in my opinion.
It's still not overpronounced.
No,
it's still more of
but
a Scottish
it's
ale.
right towards the end of it. But I'm really glad now this is the third one I picked out a nose on. I was beginning to wonder if my nose was broke.
You're not broken.
But that goes,
At least that part, yes.
yeah, at least that part of me, yeah.
Yeah, Arrogantbasterd did pretty good there.
I would have to say so. So we're on number 3 of round 2, and I'd still have to say I'd buy every one of these.
Yep.
I would definitely buy every one of these. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Absolutely.
Good beer.
Yeah, I'm liking that. Here comes the moment of truth. I grabbed Sjporr, Little Face Brewing. I used a Burton ale in this one here. Now, of course, now I get nervous.
Yeah, just do it. Pop top on it. See what you've done.
I get nervous now.
Yep.
This is the original gravity on this one was 1060, finished out at 1014 with a 6.9% ABV and 38.3 IBU. I pretty much hit all the numbers that we were looking for. A little bit higher ABV. Yeah.
Dark. I think that might be the darkest one we've had yet.
That's actually got a kind of good color to it.
Yeah, I like that.
Bubbles.
Wow.
Kissing on down. Get a little bit of that yeast. Yeah, it is a bit browner. Quite a bit browner than what the other ones are. Not really picking up any nose at all on this one.
Very crisp.
That's funny. There's a pause in the flavor, and then there's
Oh wow.
the bitter.
What is that? It's almost the only adjective I can put it to is metallic.
No, it's not metallic.
That could be the carbonation though, because I felt it when I took the drink out of mine. The carbonation kind of tingled in my mouth a little bit.
Take another sip.
To me, it still has that young taste to it.
Yes,
It's
just super young taste to it.
Very young. But it's weird. It ends really dry. Metallic is not the right word.
There's a weird. I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe it, but there's a weird flavor in there.
Metallic-y is almost it, though.
For me, that's what I. It's almost like a tin can.
And that's the yeast that does that? It's not infected. I mean, there's nothing wrong
No.
with the flavor.
No.
It's just, it's got a spot in there that's kind of like, oh,
It's got an empty spot there that has has a weird.
Maybe
the only way I can put it, it's a metallic-y.
it's that young flavor. It's the same reason that I don't drink anything off the tap till it's been on there for a couple weeks. Because those first couple of beers, when you tap something, I'm always kind of like, ugh, I don't know how I feel about these. And then after they've been on there, like 2 weeks where they've sat, then they're really good beers. It's that initial
Youth.
yes.
Yeah, youth of it, right,
Did
right,
you
right.
stunt its growth?
I might have. Well, the other ones, I've got a whole. Well, I don't have a whole nother case, but I've got a bunch back there yet.
It's not undrinkable by any stretch of the imagination.
But I would say it's not my favorite out of the bunch. Whatever that piece is, there's a piece in there that's in the middle that I don't care for, and I don't know what that piece is. I don't know where it came from. It has to be the yeast. Whatever that yeast did to it.
You would think it would be the yeast, but it ain't yeasty taste that I'm getting in there at all.
No. So I'm not sure what exactly that is.
Jeez, Steve.
It's alright, it happens. That's why there's 2 dogs over there that's like
It is what it is.
the fantastic, phenomenal LFB beer. This one, I don't know.
I've been holding that one off. I figured I'd throw it in there.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
I would say all in all, though, we need to take that recipe and flag it as something that, you know, that doesn't work together.
Yep.
Yeah, try a different yeast the next time you do an ESB. Have you done an ESB before? Is that your first one?
No, this is my second ESB.
Your first one was much more bitter.
Yeah, it was on the door.
Right.
It was on with the strong Scott.
Did you do that one right after we got back from Portsmouth last year? Because we had the ESB at Red Hook and it was really good.
That's amazing how sharp that yeast is.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's in there.
That's what it's sharp. It's there's a note in there.
It's trebly instead of bassy. There's no big bottom to that yeast. It's all.
That's a good adjective.
Yes, that's a good description.
Absolutely.
Actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a really good description. It's trebly instead of bassy.
Mine's a stinker.
No, it's not a stinker.
Steve, I hate to say it, but did score the lowest on my.
It is what it is.
Stinker. You know what though?
And we move on.
Bottle conditions for another 3-4 months.
Well, that's the trick.
Oh,
See
yeah.
how because that feels like that. That should.
It's like a young. It's just so young.
Yeah.
Tasting.
But you know, while these are dated, they're all about the same age. You know,
They're all made. All of these beers were made within at
The
very
last 2
late,
months,
2
yeah.
months. Yeah, 2 months of each other.